Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of a great millstone who rule well. And Shalom to sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning. And to you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. There's the brother Nathan and the brother representing the GMS Indianapolis camp. Coming back with one through the Spirit, we're just going to go start at Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Right. So when we come to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, it's not an easy walk. Like they say in the world, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? Because there's a great reward with serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. And that's what? The salvation. All right. Being saved from the pending destruction that's about to happen here in America, Babylon the Great, all right, and through the four corners of the earth, because we're serving the Lord to get what? Protection, man. All right, that's why it says what? Can you get a Psalms 34 and 7, I believe? The angel of the Lord encampeth around. All right, because serving the Lord comes with a lot of perks, but at the same time, the demons and Satan attacks you more and more because you're not of this world, because you're separated in this world. That's why the scriptures say, like, if you are of the world will love its own. All right, see,
you're not
of the world,
therefore the world
hateth you. Right. So these people, all right, these spirits out here, they're up against us, man, because we're separated.
You become a target in this world, man, because everybody see these demons, these left-handed demons in this world. They already have these people. These demons on the left hand. The reason why they come against the men of the Lord so hard is because the men of the Lord are actual threat to these evil forces that are out here, man. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is putting us through tests via these demons, man. But at the end of the day, the Lord has is always going to have his righteous angels, protecting these men, from evil and from these wicked demons from out here.
Yeah, because I got the definition from the Edom line of temptation. Says an act of enticing someone to sin. See, and that it says also an experience or state of being tempted, right? And that's what comes with it. Like, you'll see people in the world, right? So let's say you teach like a family member. You're like, hey, by the way, you can't. The Lord don't actually want us to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. And they may not even eat that on a regular basis, just here and there, right? But as soon as you tell them, right, the demons will hop on them even heavier, and then all of a sudden they're eating pork for every damn meal. That's all they're eating is abominations. Like they double down on the wickedness, But like when you're serving the Lord, that's what it said, prepare thy soul for temptation. So all the temptations of the world start to get stronger and try to pull you back out from being righteous. All right, so that's the Lord said prepare. So how do you prepare yourself? What? Through prayer and fasting. All right, praying to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, fasting. All right, and there's multiple ways to fast, not even just fasting off of food and water, but what? Fasting off the things that you like to do. All right, it could be like making music, because there's things that you can do righteously, but you can get too involved with it. You might like to go out, have a drink. You might like to, like I said, just sit there and listen to music. No, but that ain't always the thing. Sometimes you have to put yourself off. You like playing a video game. You might like hollering at women. But sometimes you have to slow down on them things and make sure that you're not, those aren't becoming snares unto you, to where you fall back into the world. All right, because all these things that feel good to the flesh, they're enticements. All right, so but you have to protect yourself. That's why you do things in what? Moderation. You don't overdo it, so you don't spend Monday through Sunday chasing hoes. Especially with one day, you got the Shabbat, right? Where that's the day for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai anyways, right? Go ahead.
Did you want that?
Let's get
Psalms.
that.
It's Psalms chapter 34 and verse 7. It says, "The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him." It says, "and delivered them."
Yeah, see? So the angel, that comes with serving the Lord, man. We get the protection, man. All right, we all have personal angels that are protecting us, man, from death, from these temptations, from people trying to cause harm to us, man. There's many times where we might have switched lanes in traffic, then all of a sudden there's an accident right in the same lane that we would have been in. You know, the Lord, you know, there's other things we didn't even realize was going to happen to us. You might be going on a walk, and then the Lord, you know, put something in your spirit like, hey, I'm going to cut this walk short, and I'm just going to go home. Like, we had that, remember a few years back, we went on a walk, and I was like, something ain't right. Then come to find out, like, probably 35 minutes later, someone got shot on the same path that we were just heading towards.
Hey, quick testimony.
Yeah.
Today, I was gonna go to that liquor store across the street from where I live, and it was like when I had left. I went to the one, like, it was like 4 blocks down to where it's close to where I live.
Yeah.
And you see how the Lord and it was like a T-bone style type of accident. Usually when I go over to that store, it's where I usually turn in at that light right there, and that's where that accident happened. Yeah. So that's just a quick example.
That's why I don't ever turn right there. I go around the longer way, because you see that type of shit. Yeah. But see, that could have been you, but if you didn't listen, you know what I mean, Lord had you do something different. All right, this is verse 2. And that's another thing, too. We're on these highways and byways teaching the word. Like, anything can happen, but the Lord protects us. Like, we've had many people come up and threaten us, to kill us, shoot us, want to fight us, but the demons that are on them, they could only get a certain distance, you know? You know, sometimes they're able to get close, but nothing happened, you know? To the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah is with us. Hey, look, break that Shema Shah. All right, verse 2, it says, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. See, it says set thy heart aright, so set your mind aright. All right, follow after things of righteousness. That's why we're constantly filtering this life we're living through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man, to make sure we're not going off. Because you got to be circumspect. All right, get that for me. This type of circumspect. Yeah, I think it was Ephesians, if I'm not mistaken.
Ephesians.
Yep.
Ephesians. Selected. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools."
Actually, click on it. Let me see what it says above real quick.
It says, I could start at
go to verse 14.
14 times. It says, Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, "Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead."
Right, so how do you arise from the dead is what? Being out of that dead state. Because can you get Proverbs 21:16 real quick? You know, you want to get it, what it is like to be in a dead state. Okay?
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16. It says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead."
That's right. So we're being awoken up through what? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai that's contained in these scriptures. All right, that's the true way to be waking out of this dead state. All right, that we used to be in. That's why we call it the real Walking Dead. You know, notice all these zombies in the zombie movies, right? They eat and they're constantly consuming, right? But they're walking wondrously, like, you know, they got no real path, right?
Yeah.
But when you wake up out of that dead state and following after a wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai, following after righteousness, now we have an understanding of what we're actually made to do.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
we understand that. Wait, this isn't the life we're supposed to be living. This place is temporal. This place ain't our forever home. This is first and foremost, we're under curses, and this is captivity. This is an open world prison for us, man. All right, so you know, so we got to understand that, hey, we're no longer in that dead state. That's why Yahweh Shema Shai told us to rise and wake up. All right, we're no longer in that dead sleep state, man. We're actually knowing what's going on, because what? We got the Holy Spirit upon us now. All right, now we can see what the people of the world can't see. All right, they're in this big delusion, and then that's why we call ourselves
Dark City.
Dark City, yeah, like the movie Dark City, yeah. Yeah, they don't even understand where they're at. They're in the Matrix, man.
Yeah, the Matrix.
Yeah, and they're stuck in it. See, that's why this is about the elect of the nation of Israel, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because the elect, they're going to be able to see things. Now, mind you, we don't know even if we're going to make it, but we praying to Yahweh Shem Shah that we endure to the end, because the same shall be saved, right? Like it says in Matthew 24, right? They that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. All right, so right now, Yahweh Shem Shah is dealing with us, and we pray that we last all the way until we gain salvation. So right now, the Lord has opened up our eyes. We can see. All right, like it says in Amos 3:7, surely the Lord do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets to his servants, the prophet. All right, so we got the secrets, we got the understanding of what's going on. All right, we're no longer wandering this place called America, Babylon the Great, not knowing what the fuck we're supposed to be doing. We thought we were supposed to be chasing riches. We thought we were supposed to
be in the church.
Yeah, every Sunday.
Right.
You know, maybe other days during the week. You know, so we were totally confused, man. All right, we're in that dead state, but now we've been awakened. Go ahead.
It says Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16. It says.
No, you read that already.
Oh, con.
You can go back to Ephesians. Yeah,
con.
5 and 14. You can read that again.
Con. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light.
Yep, see, and it's through Yahweh Shem Shah. You get the light, and now what's that light? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Matter of fact, you get Psalms 119 and try 126.
Psalms 119.
Yeah, let's look at that real quick.
This is Psalms chapter 119.
Let's see what 126 says.
Verse 126.
Nope. Scroll up.
Yeah.
It's keep going. It's like 116 or something. Keep going on. It says the word is a lamp to my feet. Maybe it's a 70. Just type in lamp. Little Psalm 119. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, 105.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. This is Psalms chapter 119 and verse 105. It says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
See? See, that wisdom and understanding of the scriptures, man. All right? That's why Isaiah 34:16 talks about, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. None of these shall fail, right? And what shall not fail? The prophecies. Because everything that's contained in the scripture is a guide to us. All right? We're following Yahweh Shem Shah, you know, and he's giving us this wisdom and understanding to make all the right moves, you know. Now, we're in this flesh, these chains of darkness, so we do mess up time from time, but it says what? A just man falls 7 times and get back up. All right? Or the righteous man, it's one of the two. Righteous or just, roughly paraphrasing. All right, so we're going to fall, but we pick ourselves back up like in the world they say, what, you got to dust yourself off and try again, right? You know, you fall, you get up, you get back on, and keep going. All right, because you ain't gonna be perfect in this walk, but we have the ways to follow. All right, like the scriptures talk about, offend less. All right, that's the whole thing. See, the rest of the world, they're okay with sinning and doing everything according to their own will. You know, they want to be in that do as thou will spirit, the Alistair Crowley spirit. But see, us of the hopeful elect, you know, we're trying to reach perfection, even though we can't, but we're going to strive for it, right? Right. You know, and how we know that is through the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord. Because, like I said, read that again.
It says, Psalms chapter 119 and verse 105. It says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Yep.
See, it's a light unto the path. All right. Because everything else is what? Darkness. Anything outside of what Yahweh Shem Shah wants us to do, that's darkness. And all right, and when you're in the dark, you can stub your toe, you know, run into some bushes, run into a wild animal, you're gonna run. When you don't know where you're going, that's the path. What? Of destruction, man. Yep. You're going to uncharted territory. Whereas Yahweh Shemel Shah said, hey, follow this way. All right, this is the way to go. This is what leading to salvation. This is what's leading to the protection of you and your family, you know? So, hey, this comes with a major reward, man. That salvation is nothing to what? That's nothing light, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, I remember when I was younger, my school, they took us to this camp. It was like this, what's called like Camp Tecumseh here in Indy. And they had us walk through like this dark tunnel, right? Well, like crawl through this dark tunnel, and it was pitch black in there, man. You know, and when you get put into like an area where it's just pitch black, man, you know, you can't, you don't see nothing, man. It's like it's all types of like flashes and I would say like you're kind of disoriented.
You're disoriented and you're stuck in your own imagination.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, versus like Yahweh Shemel Shah's ways, right? You can see. We actually see the kingdom coming.
Yeah.
We actually see the downfall of this place. We actually see like I said, the kingdom of heaven starts within us. All right, we're already there in the spirit. We're already like, yeah, we know it's coming. Like we're getting close. We're seeing the finish line. Like these people, they're not even given the vision, bro. They're just in the darkness.
Yeah.
All right, they're just taking. They don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. You know, and they're scared, and they don't want to know what's gonna happen. Versus we want to know, like and we're paying attention. That's why these people are gonna get caught like what, a thief in the night, man.
Hey, a brother put up it's like I don't know if there's an elder, but it was a video I seen, where ICE they bought it was $70 million of almost a 500,000 square footage of warehouse, man. You know what I'm saying? So Esau's preparing like what the detention centers for our people. All right, the stage is being set, and that's all for these people that's in darkness, man.
Yep.
You know, the elites they set up this wicked ass society. You know what I'm saying? Just so that they could slaughter these wicked ass people, man. They don't care, man.
Nope.
You know, it's only the ones that are serving Yahweh Shemel Shai of the nation of Israel that is gonna receive, you know, salvation or an escape from the snares of Esau Edom, man. You know, and to actually have hope in salvation, man. Even if that means you gotta lay your life down.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But the majority of our people in the world, man, hey, they're already from the world, man. They're just waiting for that day to, for their spirit to separate from their body, man. All right, to get judged for the wickedness that they're doing. Because the majority of the nation of Israel that's walking in darkness, man, they're in some type of wickedness, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And that's the importance of walking in the light of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Because that's what's gonna make you aware of all this wickedness that's in this world, man.
Exactly.
To avoid it, man.
Yep.
You know, because all types of demons are gonna try to attempt us to go off, man. Are these wicked ass women out here try to whether they be at the job or you out and about trying to tempt you to commit adultery, all this wickedness, man.
Yep.
You know,
that's why we got these spiritual flashlights called the scripture, man. We can actually see like, oh shit, that's a demon over there.
Yep.
Oh shit, there's a snare and a trap. Let me go around this. Yep. We're able to maneuver in this place, man. You know. Go ahead. Let's go back to that Ephesians 5 and verse 15.
This is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, "Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise."
See? And be circumspect is what? Circum means around, spec means a look. So you gotta look at your surroundings. Now, not only just in your everyday life, you know, wherever you go, and throughout your day, you're paying attention to what's going on. Then you're paying attention to what? The news, your local, your regional, your world news. You're looking at the times that we're living in and matching it up with prophecy, all right? And you're not moving as fools, but as wise, all right? You're calculating all the steps you're doing, all right? Because we're living in what? Evil days, man.
That's the spirit.
All right. Oh, hey, come on. Yep. Bring it out.
What's actually the next verse?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, wait a second. I think it's from 7. Yeah, so read that 15 again.
It's Ephesians 5 verse 15. It says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools but as wise."
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Redeeming the time because the days are evil."
See, days are. Let me look up that redeeming real quick. Let's see what it says. Redeeming.
I'll look it up in the blue letter.
We'll just look up redeem. Okay. Redeem, it says buy back, ransom, recover by purchase. It says deliver from sin and spiritual death. See? So redeeming, right?
Yeah.
Deliver from sin and spiritual death, all right? Because the days are evil. So what? That's why we got to pay attention, man. We're in the worst times known to man, and things are even getting worse, all right? So we got to be what? We got to be girded up with this truth, man. All right? And with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right? That's why we got to stay and keep it on our minds, because just like, let me see here. Let me check. Let me pull up. This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated." See? And that's why it's important to keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. All right, it's important to rehearse the righteous acts. Like these people in the world, especially the Christian church, acting like the law's done away with. They don't push forth. They don't push forth righteousness. They're giving you a license to sin, man. They're pushing the people to just do whatever the fuck you want and just believe in Jesus Christ, right, man. All right, that's a bullshit mindset, man. Especially in these evil days, which evil meaning time, ill meaning bad. So these bad times that we're coming upon, man. All right, this is no joke. All right. Like, and these people aren't taking Yahweh Shem Shah serious. They're taking it for a joke. All right, the Lord is getting ready to destroy 2/3 of our people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, what? For disobedience, man. Not taking heed to the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. That's a serious offense, man. All right, you guys mocked and scoffed us, man. Like Luke 10 and 16 talking about, hey, roughly paraphrasing that, hey, you coming against us, you're coming against Yahweh Shem Shah.
Yeah.
That's why we don't get too mad at you people. Well, we do get mad because we got the Lord's anger on us, So we do cuss you people out. That zeal, we get mad at y'all. Then we bring it back. We're like, you know what? Lord about to jack these fucking people up, and that's perfect for me. That's enough for me to get some rest at night, knowing that the Lord gonna fuck these people up, man, for disrespecting Yahweh Shem Shah. Because that's why we get upset.
Right.
Because they don't take the Lord serious, man.
Right.
All right. So you be ready to come to blows with people, but then of course, we move to the spirit. We like, okay, hey, vengeance is the Lord; He shall repay. Right? He's gonna get these fucking people, man. All right, and we don't give the heathen. We know they're through. You get mad at your own people because we're supposed to be a royal priesthood, man. Us holy people, peculiar people, man. To Yahweh Shem Shah.
That Christian church, it all goes back to Jake being quick to defend the white man, to defend Esau.
Yep. To this day, man.
Yep. To this day, here in 2026, niggas still in the Christian church.
Yep.
From the northern and the southern kingdom, man.
Yep.
All right, which was beat into our people, man. But Jake is such a Jake is so rebellious, man. You see, they love, smooth words, things that sound good, and things. See, the thing with Jake is they want to be able to have their own lead upon their own understanding.
And the Lord tells you not to. Proverbs 3 and 5 says what? I'm gonna get it real quick. I got something else to bring out. Proverbs 3 and verse 5, it says, "Trust in Yahweh Bashim Shai with all thine heart, so with all thy mind, all right, and lean not unto thine own understanding, right? And in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths, right? So when you believe in all Yahweh Bashim Shai, that means what? You're gonna believe in the words that is in these scriptures, man.
Right.
All right, he told us how to maneuver, man. What to do, what not to eat.
And the Lord gonna get these wicked ass
Pastors, yeah.
They the same ones pushing.
Hey, 144.
144.
Yep.
Lord gonna get, cause these wicked ass pastors in these churches, man, from the northern kingdom all the way to the southern kingdom, man, they all push a wicked ass doctrine in these Christian churches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, justifying wickedness, justifying a sin.
Yep. Or then outside the Christian church, you got niggas like, I don't believe that's the white man's book. They'll believe in the Quran and Islam and all that. But that's brought to you by Edomites. Oh, I believe in Egyptology. That was brought to you by Edomites, you fucking idiots. All right? You want to believe in everything but the truth, man. And that's all right. Then you want to believe in yourself. You want to do all this. Like, I'm just going to manifest this. You about to manifest destruction upon yourself. How about that? Okay? All right, like you said, the smooth thing. Let's get that real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 30 in verse 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh Bashim Shai, which say to the seer. Now you can hold that Psalms 119 and 126. It says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Right? They rather hear a lie. That's why they go to these Christian churches. That's why they go to these Muslim temples and all that bullshit. All right, because they're trying to hear things that feel good to the flesh. They don't want to be cut in the spirit. All right, they want stuff that, like, I'll never forget that homeless dude came up to us, that Jake, when we were teaching downtown, and he was like, we were giving him all these scriptures and stuff, he's all right. We said, well, can you give me something to leave with? He was just there for money. He didn't give a fuck about
I need to leave with something that makes me feel good.
Yeah. He's like, give me something that make me feel good. Yeah, that's how the
Christian church. You either gonna get right, you either gonna listen to what thus saith the Lord that's coming out the scriptures, man, or you gonna just walk up the street.
Yeah, and mind you, he was like, we gotta go, because his little woman, homeless woman too, she was wanting to stay and listen, but she went. He's like, we gotta go get this food. They niggas went up the street and they didn't even get the food. Well, really, the nourishment was right there in front of them.
Yeah.
The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Isn't that more than food and raiment? Right? The Lord told you that. Go ahead and get that. Because remember, it said what? It said this, verse 9 again, Isaiah 30 and 9 said that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Go ahead with that.
I can start at 126.
That's what I want, yeah.
Okay, that's Psalm chapter 119 and verse 126. It says, it is time for thee, Yahweh Bashim Shai, to work, for they have made void thy law.
Right, see? So Yahweh Bashim Shai, it's time for him to work. And he's working in the earth, man. All right, he's jacking up you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's jacking up you heathens, man. Starting with Esau, even the so-called white men on down. All right, because what? They've made void the laws of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. They've turned the Lord to a joke, man, amongst the world, man. All right, because what? The wickedness, Job 9:24 says what? The earth was given into the hands of the wicked, man. All right, so the wicked are in rulership. Pursuing to Malachi 1:4, that what? Esau, Edom is that wicked. It says he's the border of wickedness. All right, so when it comes to wickedness, he's at the forefront of wickedness. All right, he's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man. Out here, all right, the fucking serpent in the garden, that's their spirit right now.
Yeah,
that's them. Okay, and they're out here deceiving the world, man. But now that's changing, man. Because what? The men of the Lord are out here calling out their wickedness, man. And then they got whistleblowers and stuff. Because what? Yahweh Bashim Shai is making them naked, man, amongst the world.
Yep.
All right, let's back to the Sirach chapter 2 and verse 2 again. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. See, we got to constantly endure because you're gonna catch super hell in this truth, man. But it's necessary hell for us, so that what we could be made ready for the battle. All right, we're going through the training right now. We're getting beat up, punches, getting bruised up, getting cut.
Yeah.
But not to our death, but to our benefit. So when the war finally lands, we're gonna be ready for battle. We're all of a sudden gonna go into a mode where, all our training is coming to life right before us. This is what we train for. All right, so we're in the proving grounds right now. All right, we're getting our bumps and bruises slowly but surely, while the rest of the world is living living their life. Living in their wickedness, having fun, laughing and playing. While we're getting beat down, and still, and like I said, enduring, man. Let's get the definition of endure, man, real quick. Just for edification. Endure.
It goes into to be made hard. Endure.
Here we go. Endure. The end of my line says to undergo or suffer, especially without breaking. Also to continue in existence. It says make hard, harden, bear, tolerate, keep up, maintain. From the Latin endurare, make hard. Okay, harden, right? See? It said to undergo or suffer, especially without breaking. All right, so yeah, we're going through all this hard shit. A lot of the things that the men of the Lord have gone through, these people would fucking jump off a 30-story building. You know what I'm saying? They'd hang themselves in the basement, man. All right, they'd pop their whole medicine cabinet. All right, you know what I'm saying? These people are weak like that.
God.
All right, we're going through all kinds of shit, man. But we're being made ready. Like I said, it said what? Endure hardness as a good soldier.
God.
All right, Yahweh Shema Shai has employed us to be this man. All right, we're in the spiritual boot camp.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
So we're training, we're getting ready, we're getting in shape. We're even on the physical aspect, getting in shape, getting our health together, eating right. The physical, then the spiritual side of things, where we're reading, right? Out here on the highways and byways, enduring the elements, man. All 4 seasons, being instant in season, out of season, man. Preaching this word.
Yep.
All right, so we're being made ready for the war that's about to come upon the earth, man.
Con.
All right, and not literally just the World War III, which that's going to happen, but getting them ready for the what? The ultimate temptation, the MOT to the B, getting our minds prepared for the crazy shit that's about to pop off in this world. Here it is, like we're seeing ICE take our people and beat them down and this and that, stopping them. We're seeing it. You know what I mean? But we're not scared because we have Yahweh Shema Shai. Because the scriptures say, hey,
Scripture says in Revelation 12 that the devil shall come down
with
with
great
great wrath.
Seeing that he would have a short time. All right? And he's got that short time. All right?
Yep.
So, like, hey, you saw even the so-called white man bringing the pain, man. Because this place is fucking over, man. All right? He's being exposed with these Epstein files from the top to the bottom. Everything is being exposed. So they know, like, damn, we got to get this NWO, this New World Order started right now. All right? There's no time to tarry. Okay? So that's the Lord putting them on the spirit to do that, man. Okay? So, hey, we're in some exciting times, man. Back to, you got something?
Yep, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 4. Verse 3. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the heart, it says, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
Right, so we're up here, see, another thing too is, right, with this wisdom understand how the world really is and what this really is. All right, it could you don't smile that much. Like I said in the scriptures, a righteous man but scarce smile.
Yeah. Because
we have this wisdom understand. We understand, like, nah, this ain't all fun and games no more. This life we're living, like I said, one of these curses. All right, this place is super wicked. All right, it goes against Yahweh Shema Shai, So we don't like this place. All right, so we're not in this happy-go-lucky spirit. We only get in that spirit when we're amongst the brethren, those that are like-minded. Which is those that we follow the same doctrine. Starting with our apostles, elders, the great millstone on down, man. The brotherhood, man. That's what puts a smile on our face, man, when we get together, because we're all like-minded. So like, getting all this wisdom, understanding, seeing how the world really works, man. We're put in a better state, though. Now, we don't let it get us so down to where it destroys us. We just have that understanding, like, okay, this is what this is, and we're going to maneuver until it's time to get the fuck up out of here, man.
This wisdom separates you from, the weak mindset from these people in this world, man. Because you understand, that you're oppressed, man. You're in captivity, man. You're surrounded by nothing but wickedness. You desire, your spirit desires to be in a righteous society, man.
Yep.
Because this is a completely wicked ass society, man.
Yep.
It says, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Your mind is made stronger, man. Because these people, they're out here enjoying mirth by what? By living a sinful, wicked ass life.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But with this wisdom, we understand, like, look, all the shit that these people in the world are doing, that's gonna lead up until their death, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And with all these afflictions and trials and the things that the men of Yahweh Shemeshah are going through, it's actually hardening their mind. It's preparing their mind, man, because we know that all this shit is like
temporary, bro.
Yeah, all this shit is temporary.
It's vanity.
It's vanity.
Yep.
All this shit, and these ungodly people are gonna get fucked up. They're gonna die.
Yep.
The Lord is gonna start taking these people's amenities away from them, man.
Yep.
So the men of the Lord are actually gonna have an advantage in that day when these people start losing these vain, oh, my car, my apartment, my EBT, what I mean, like all this shit, right? That
Mm-hmm.
Hey, because these people are not gonna have protection. These people are not gonna have protection of.
Nope.
Like they're
gonna get caught out there, bro. They're gonna be caught out there because they didn't want to serve Yahweh Shemeshah. And that's talking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And speckled birds that refuse to come back to Yahweh Shemeshah. Because only the children of Israel have access to the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
All right? That was it, right?
Yeah.
Back to Sirach chapter 2, verse 2. So set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble. Right. And we're entering those times of trouble. All right. We're at the beginning of stages of Jacob's trouble. We're at the beginning of sorrows, right? Like the scripture said, Matthew 24. All right. So there's about to be major hell upon the earth, man. All right. We're looking at a financial collapse. We're looking at the New World Order being established. All right, and then ultimately going to come with that, MOT to the B, and then World War III after that, right? The end all wars, right? And then our salvation, man. Got the famine of the word on the horizon. We've been dealing with that piece by piece, but it's going to come to a point where there's no longer going to be the men of the Lord out in the highways and byways. All right, our videos are going to be taken down. There's going to be total censorship of it. And then that's when Jake is going to try to get serious, but guess what? It's going to be too late. Okay? It said, make not haste in the time of trouble, right? So, like, even then when time of these troubles come, like in the military movies, like, remember your training. Remember what we've learned in the scriptures, man. That's why you got to keep this near and dear to you. That's why you got to constantly stay reading, constantly keep Yahweh Shemeshah in the forefront of your minds, man. Remember your training, man. Remember these laws, statutes, commandments. Remember that the Lord said he was going to protect you. Remember the Lord said his name's a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and are safe. That's what we got to remember, man. All right? We're not lost out of here, man. We have the light. Okay? Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. See, we're about to be increased. We are being increased. As wickedness is reaching its peak, well, guess what? The righteous are getting up, are battling right back. Okay? And the righteous is above the wicked. All right? So as wickedness increases, guess what? The righteous is increasing. All right? And we're being made stronger. We're going to be ready, man. No doubt about it. But we, like, through the Spirit, us brother, man, we feel the change, man. All right? Things are going in our way. All right, these people of this world is failing. They're waxing worse. We're gaining ground while they're losing it. All right, we're all up in this uphill battle, and they're every step they take, they're coming back 10 steps. We're actually every step we're taking, we're moving. All right, we're no longer being held back. Yahweh Shema Shai is making us stronger and stronger, man. All right, because we've had a harder fight up that hill, man. Because we've separated ourselves from this world, man. You know, and we've been and we've got this wisdom and understanding to battle the things that are happening. All right, and we're rested assured that the Lord's got our back, man, because He said so, and He's not a man that should lie. Verse 4: Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Right. So as we're getting chastised by Yahweh Shema Shah, we have things that'll happen. We might get into financial issues. You might lose your job. Whatever the case may be, we have things that don't go in our favor, but it's for the betterment of us. So take it cheerfully. Don't be getting all depressed and getting a bugged out state because you lost your vehicle or you lost the job that you like or you lost your woman, you know, your children, whatever the case might be. Take it cheerfully, man, because the Lord is 10 steps ahead of us, man. Everything He's doing, you gotta believe that too, that the Lord's doing whatever is happening is for your betterment. All right, so when we're in that low estate, like Apostle Paul said it the best. He said, I know how to abound and be abased. Right, you know how to have abundance, and you know how to have nothing. All right, so that's the balance of it, and we all fluctuate in this truth, man. You know, we have months where we're up and we're doing really good, and then months where we're down, we know we're not doing so well, but we know that Yahweh Shema Shai is with us no matter what. You got to believe that. Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, though He slay me, yet will I trust in Him, but I will maintain mine own ways before Him.
Yep, exactly. See, that's the thing, man. He's slaying us, but we got to trust in Him, all right? Because you're like, damn, I'm getting these lashes and beat downs, but not to the death, though. We're able to come back, so you can heal from those slashes and cuts and scrapes and bruises. You can heal from those. You know, He's not knocking off our limbs. You know what I'm saying? He ain't chopping our head off to where we can't come back. No, he's giving us these lashes to make us stronger. So a lot of these things that were hard for us at one point in our life, especially in this walk, is no longer a problem. Like, oh, you lose a woman, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm on to the next one. The Lord will give you a better woman. How about that? Oh, I lost this apartment. Well, guess what? He's going to give you a better place. Oh, I lost this vehicle. You're going to get a better vehicle. You know? You know? So as long as we trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, He's got us, man, in any little situation that we've been in.
Job was somebody, he never lost his integrity for Yahweh Shema Shai.
Exactly.
You know? Hey, Job went through pure hell, man.
Yep.
You know? But the one thing he never lost his integrity towards Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's right.
Man. You know, how much more us, man? We calling upon the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord, He's putting us through these fiery trials and different situations. Yep. You know, the Lord is testing us to see what we're going to do. You know?
Yep. All right. Verse, back to Sirach chapter 2, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. See? When you don't go through nothing, how can you say, well, shit, if that was me, I wouldn't do that, or this and that. You know, I ain't taking the chip, right? No, that's what we need Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, so we're going through these fires, getting these impurity out of us. That's all this is. When we go through this, when we catch our hell, man, He's just making us better and better. We're made better and better, getting these impurities out of us, man. All right. Verse 6, believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in Him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. See, our reward is not going to fail, man. All right, because Yahweh Shema Shai said what? This is type in labor of love. I believe it's in Hebrews. This is labor spelled L-A-B-O-U-R. In the scripture, O-U-R. Let's type that. Should be Hebrews.
Oh, God.
Yes,
Hebrews chapter 6 verse 10. It says, for Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name.
See? Yahweh Shemashah, man, he ain't gonna just cast us out, man, and we're up here doing this work, truth and sincerity, man, doing diligently, believing in him, calling upon his name, all right, doing what we're supposed to do, all right, not out here being niggas and wicked people behind the scenes. No, man. All right, actually praying to him, trusting him, fasting, you know, was it pray, fast, repent, repeat. All right, that's got to be the mindset, man. All right, and we do those things, and our reward's not gonna fail us, man. The Lord ain't, like I say, he ain't unrighteous to forget our labor of love, man. We're here in all these elements, dealing with all these crazy ass people, man. Teaching this word, man. The Lord got us, man. We just got to endure to the end. All right, and he ain't gonna be like, you put in all that work, you're not gonna get no salvation after you done endured all the way. The hell, you done took every test and passed it, you know. Nah, man. The Lord ain't fucking like a nigga out here in these streets, man. You do everything you're supposed to do, and then they fuck you over. Nah, not the Lord, man. He's not unrighteous, man. You do the right things, man. The Lord got you, man. It's like the rest of these people that don't even care about the Lord at all. They're not even calling on the name. Nah, they're gonna be fucking destroyed and put up. Now we believe in Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Calling on his name daily, man. Throughout our day, man.
Yep. Yeah. That's the thing about Jake. Jake. What was the scripture that says their wickedness can't be cloaked, or
there's no cloak.
There's no cloak
wickedness because
for
if he had not come. Now, let me get that. I got it for you. No, you're right. No cloak. Let's spell cloak. Let's spell cloak. It's CLOAK. Oh, I think I got it now. Yeah, I got it. This is John. Oh, spelling it wrong. This is John 15 and 22. It says, red letter says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin.
Right, Jake has no cloak for their sin, man, because a Yahweh Shema Shai has his prophets, man.
Yep.
You know, out there on the highways and hedges in these big major cities here in Babylon the Great. All right, and all through these different countries in the world, man. You know, Jake has no excuse, man. But see, Jake don't have the nerve to try to get right when the pestilence, the destruction, you know, the sword come down, because these are the things that the prophets have been preaching about.
Yeah.
So when it actually happens, right, that's when Jake gonna want to get right.
No. And it's happening, but there's still mirth left. The mirth is dying out, but there's still enough little mirth where Jake is still. They're seeing shit, but they're like, okay, well, there's still football and basketball.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So there's just enough distraction where Jake is holding on for dear life. And even that, I'm here listening to Jake's conversation. They're figuring out like how rigged the sports are. Like you can see Esau is fucking, it's all entertainment. Like the shit is looking so fake now, they can't even enjoy it for real. And I'm like, yeah, because the mirth is gone, man. They're taking away everything, you know. So this is everything is going to shit, man. And to Wadi Abba Shemal Shah, man. You know, but like I said, Jake is waiting to the last minute, and they gonna see, man, that this was the devil that the Bible speaks of. Esau, even so-called white man. He's about to bring the pain, bro. And they're seeing it. These punk ass marches, man. These people ain't doing shit but tying up traffic, man. That shit looks so lame. They ain't doing nothing, man. They don't even care. Yeah, let them fucking tie up traffic, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
still gonna do it, and then we're gonna eventually off you people too. All right. Yeah, you'll be liberated. Yeah, you'll be liberated to each plot, each fucking coffin plot. All right. They're gonna just start laying you people down, man.
Yeah.
All right. They're gonna lay you to rest for real.
Well, you remember when they had them George Floyd riots?
Yeah.
Back in I think it was like what 2020.
Yeah,
the George Floyd riots, man, they was shutting down the whole city, man. There was actually Esau was actually setting up curfews because of that.
Yeah,
man.
that was a nice little test run.
Yeah.
Yeah, on what it can be like. And the times we're entering into, man, them George Floyd riots is going to look like a walk in the park, man. All right, there's gonna be when people are out here, when this food stops rolling and there's no fast food and there's all this GMO food, so all that stuff is taken out. And people,
Esau's looking for an excuse to get you niggas, man.
Yeah, they keep talking about the Insurrection Act. They want to invoke it. It's gonna happen. They're gonna have to, because people are gonna start trying to storm this Capitol, man, because of this Epstein shit, the presidents, the pedo, you know, all this stuff is popping out, man. There's gonna be a lot of shit coming down, man, and the Lord's about to turn. He's about to turn the heat up. All right, so you ready for it? Yeah. So you know, hey, look. Matter of fact, we'll end it off on this. Let's get Romans. High time wake up. Romans 13 and 11.
Yeah. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yep, see? Now you get up out that dead state. All right, you get to this wisdom and understanding, call upon Yahweh Bashim El Shai, man. All right, because salvation is nearer than when we believe, man. So here it is, us of the hopeful elect. We know we're getting close. We can feel it at the door. But guess what? Yahweh Bashim El Shai is getting ready to even speed it up even further, closer than we even believe. We're like, damn, this shit's at the door. You know, the Lord's like, nah, this shit, it's already in the house. All right, it's here. All right, so the Lord's gonna turn this thing way up, man. So with that, we pray this edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel, and like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great minister who rule well. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.